Hello students, welcome to C Programming. I am Sarvesh Kumar Soni, Assistant Professor, Department of IT, PSIT Kanpur. So today's topic is bubble short. What is shorting? Shorting is any process that involves arranging the data into some meaningful order to make it easier to understand, analyze or visualize, right? So for example, if we are going to arrange some numbers, some integer numbers or so floating point numbers, so there are two ways. Either we can arrange them in ascending order or in descending order. So there are various sorting algorithms, for example bubble sort, insertion sort, merge sort, quick sort. Okay, but in our syllabus there are three sorting algorithms: bubble sort, insertion sort and selection sort. So here I am going to discuss bubble sort. So why it is called bubble sort? Because as shown in this figure, bubbles are, if there are various size of bubbles, then lighter bubble, a smaller bubble goes up and heavier bubble will settle down, right? जो हल्के बबल्स होंगे, स्मॉलर बबल, वो ऊपर आएंगे और जो हैवियर बबल होंगे वो नीचे सेटल डाउन होंगे. एंड दिस इज द नेचुरल प्रॉपर्टी, राइट? तो वही प्रॉपर्टी हम इस एल्गोरिथम में यूज कर रहे हैं. दैट्स व्हाई दिस इज कॉल्ड बबल शॉट. तो अगर हमने जो इसमें एग्जांपल उठाया है, दैट इज शॉट द एलिमेंट्स इन असेंडिंग ऑर्डर, राइट? So let's talk about the bubble sort. It is a simple comparative sorting algorithm. Sorting will take place in various passes. Okay, so for example there are n elements to be sorted in the array. Then there will be n minus 1 passes. For example, if I am going to sort 10 elements in my array, then there will be 9 passes. Okay, so number of passes are fixed, n minus 1 passes will be there. So in each pass, what to do? In each pass, each element is compared with its adjacent element. Okay, as I have told that it is a comparative sorting technique. क्या करते हैं, हर शॉट में हम एक एक एलिमेंट को उसके एडजेसेंट एलिमेंट से कंपेयर कराएंगे. फॉर एग्जांपल इन दिस केस एवरी बबल विल बी कंपेयर्ड विद इट्स एडजेसेंट. ओके, सो इफ एडजेसेंट एलिमेंट इज स्मॉलर, राइट, देन स्वैपिंग विल टेक प्लेस. यानी कि हम उन दोनों एलिमेंट्स को क्या कर देंगे, स्वैप कर देंगे. when my adjacent is smaller in case of ascending order. Okay, but in case of descending order it will be reversed. That is, if element will be larger, then swapping will take place. So here I am going to discuss ascending order sorting. So if adjacent element is smaller, then swapping will take place. So the main property of bubble sort is, after completion of first pass, the largest element occupy the last position of the array, right? Similarly, after completion of second pass, the second largest element will occupy the second last position of the array, and so on. So if we talk about the complexity of bubble sort, so it will be on the order of n square, right, in both the cases, in worst case and in average case. But in case of best case, when array is already sorted, then it will be on the order of n. Okay. So this is the example which shows the bubble sort technique basically. So here some elements are sorted and some are not. Then let's say 17, 9, 21, 6 and 3, these are not sorted. So if we are going to sort these elements by using this bubble sort technique, then 17 will be compared with 9. These are two adjacent elements which will be compared. So here my adjacent element, that is 9, is smaller, then swapping will take place. So 9 will be swapped here and 17 in this place. Next time 17 and 21 will be compared, because 21 is already larger, adjacent is not smaller, it is already larger, then there is no need to swap. Okay, so now in the next step 21 will be compared with 6, so 6 is smaller, then swapping will take place and so on. So let us consider a new example and explain each and every step pass by pass. Okay, so let's say there are 5 elements, n value is 5, right? This is the n value and n value is 5. Actually I'm going to sort this this array which contains 5 elements, right? So here n value is 5. Okay, and this is my array which name is A, and these are the indices of the array 0 1 2 3 and 4. Okay, and these are the elements stored in various positions, so 6 7 5 3 and 2. So this is my array which is going to be sorted. So pass 1. Okay, so actually I will explain in future when I will discuss program. Then there will be 2 loops. Okay, so one loop that will be using counter variable I, and that is for passes. So as I have told that there will be n minus 1 passes, so I loop basically represent the passes. So I equal to 1, first pass. Okay, I equal to 0, I equal to 1 means first pass, right? So pass 1. What happen in pass 1? I will choose another loop j. Okay, so j will start from beginning, 0th index, right? So j is 0 and this is the adjacent element. Okay, j plus 1th, that is the 1th index. तो हम क्या करेंगे, 0th इंडेक्स पर पड़े एलिमेंट को और 1th इंडेक्स पर जो स्टोर्ड एलिमेंट है उन दोनों को कंपेयर करेंगे, राइट? और ऐसा कंपैरिजन हम कहाँ तक करते जाएंगे, व्हाट इज द लास्ट इंडेक्स जहाँ तक हमें जाना है कंपेयर करके, दैट इज 4, लास्ट इज 4. ओके, एंड तक हम जाएंगे. तो हमने कंपेयर किया 6 and 7. ओके, 7 is already larger, so there is no need to swap. Okay, so now come to next step. Now j is 1th index. Okay, I'm going to compare element at 1th index and its adjacent, that is 2nd index. So at 1th index 7 is stored and in 2nd index 5 is stored. So I'm going to compare 7 with 5. So 5 is smaller. Okay, adjacent element is smaller, then swapping will take place. So after swapping I will get this type of arrangement. Okay, so now in next step j will be incremented and it becomes 2. So adjacent element, that is j plus 1th element, is 3. So 7 is compared with 3. 3 is smaller, then swapping will take place. So after swapping this will become like this: 6 5 3 7 and 2. And in last step j is incremented 3 and adjacent element j plus 1th is 4th index, and 4th index पर क्या stored है 2. So actually I am going to compare 7 with 2. So here 2 is smaller, adjacent is smaller, then swapping will take place. Okay, so after swapping I will get this type of arrangement. Okay, so as j become 4, so लास्ट इंडेक्स तक हमारा j जो है रीच कर चुका है. देयर इज नो एडजेसेंट एलिमेंट आफ्टर दिस. सो यहाँ पर हमारा ये पास 1 कंप्लीट हो जाएगा. सो पास 1 इज कंप्लीटेड नाउ. So as I have told earlier that after completion of first pass the largest element will occupy the last position. So ये हम यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं कि जो हमारा सबसे बड़ा एलिमेंट था, लार्जेस्ट एलिमेंट, वो लास्ट पोजीशन पर पहुंच चुका है. सो दिस इज द बेसिक फीचर ऑफ बबल शॉट. ओके, after completion of first pass the largest element will be at last position. Similarly after completion of second pass the second largest element will occupy the second last position of the array. Okay, so moving forward for second pass, this is pass 1. So pass 1 is completed. Now pass 2 begins. So again pass 2 में हम क्या करेंगे, अगेन हम फिर से बिगिनिंग इंडेक्स यानी 0th इंडेक्स से कंपेयर कराना स्टार्ट करेंगे. तो अगेन j इक्वल टू 0. ठीक है, लूप रिपीट करेगा, इटरेशन रिपीट करेगा. तो j इक्वल टू 0, फिर से हम यहाँ से स्टार्ट करेंगे। नाउ एक बात यहाँ पे ध्यान देनी है, यहाँ पे जो लास्ट वैल्यू होगी दैट विल बी 3, बिकॉज मेरा जो 7 है दैट इज लार्जेस्ट एलिमेंट, वो अपनी राइट पोजीशन पे पहुंच चुका है। तो इस बार हम एक जो है वैल्यू डिक्रीमेंट कर देंगे लास्ट की, तो हमें बस यहीं तक एडजेसेंट सिलेक्शंस करके कंपैरिजन करना है। ओके ओके, नाउ j is 0, adjacent element is 5, so 6 will be compared with 5, right? So as we are saying that 5 is smaller, then swapping will take place. So after swapping we will get 5 6 3 2 7. Okay, now next time j is incremented and it becomes 1, and so I'm going to compare a1 and a2, adjacent element a2. Okay, so 3, adjacent element is 3, 3 is smaller, then swapping will take place. So after swapping it will become like this. So in next step I will compare a2 with a3. j is 2, adjacent element is 3, third index, so a2 with a3, that is 6 and 2. So 2 is smaller, then swapping will take place, and arrangement will be like this: 5 3 2 6 and 7. So my j value is reached the last value. So after this there is no adjacent element, because हमने पहले ही बताया था ये 7 को हम एग्जेम्प्ट करके चलेंगे, बिकॉज 7 हमारा ऑलरेडी सही जगह पे पड़ा हुआ है, तो उसको हम कंपेयर नहीं कराएंगे। सो नाउ पास 2 इज ओवर। ओके, सो पास 2 के ओवर होने के बाद हम देख रहे हैं कि सबसे सेकेंड लार्जेस्ट एलिमेंट है वो हमारा सेकेंड लास्ट पोजीशन पे पहुंच चुका है। सो दिस इज पास 2। नाउ मूविंग फॉरवर्ड फॉर पास 3, so similar kind of thing will happen in pass 3. So again j is reset to 0 and compared with adjacent element, as adjacent element is smaller, it is 3, then swapping will take place. So after swapping this will be the array. Now in next step I will compare 5 with 2, 2 is smaller, then swapping will take place. और इसके बाद हम क्या करेंगे, रुक जाना है हमें, हमारा पास ओवर हो चुका है, पास 3 कंप्लीट हो चुका है, बिकॉज हमने जो लास्ट वैल्यू है एक एक बार लगातार डिक्रीमेंट कर रहे हैं। तो पास्ट लास्ट जो वैल्यू है दैट इज 2, सेकेंड इंडेक्स, और हमारा जो सेकेंड इंडेक्स तक पहुंच चुका है जे वैल्यू, तो यहाँ पर हम ओवर कर देंगे, बिकॉज उसके आगे हमें कंपेयर कराने से कोई फायदा है नहीं, बिकॉज ऑलरेडी वो लार्जर एलिमेंट है, यहाँ से सॉर्टेड होते आ रहे हैं एलिमेंट। ओके, so pass 3 is completed. Now moving forward for pass 4. So in pass 4 last value again एक डिक्रीमेंट होके 2 से 1 हो चुकी है। ओके, तो हमें बस यहीं तक ही कंपेयर कराना है 1th इंडेक्स तक। ओके, सो अगेन जे रीसेट होके 0 से स्टार्ट होगा, सो j 0, so a 0 and a will be compared, as we are saying that a1, that is adjacent element, is smaller, hence swapping will take place. So after swapping this will be the final array. So pass 4 is also completed, because j value reaches the last value. Okay, so pass 4 is completed. So and after this my sorting is also over. Okay, because there are 5 elements, so number of passes will be n-1, that is 4. so sorting is completed, और हम देख सकते हैं कि हमारा एरे शॉर्ट हो चुका है। so this is pass by pass result. So this is the initial array. After completion of first pass this will be the arrangement, after completion of second pass this will be the arrangement, and after completion of third pass, then fourth pass, and then I will get the shorted array. So if we talk about the program, C program of this bubble sort, let's discuss the logic of this bubble sort program. So first of all I have included the header file stdio.h in my C program, and then start a function, design a function, and the function name is bubble sort, and it will return void type value, nothing will be returned. So void is the return type of this function, and this function will accept an array. This is a argument, basically it shows the pointer to 1D array, right? So and another argument is n basically जो हम use कर रहे हैं वो number of elements के लिए use कर रहे हैं. So this function will accept two parameters, array and number of elements in that array. Okay. Now some additional variables are required in this program, I and j for looping purpose, because there will be two loops, one loop for passes and another loop for adjacent selection. And temp variable is required because of swapping. I will swap those two elements with the by using third variable temp. So it's just start the logic and start a loop for I equal to 1 to I less than or equal to n minus 1 I plus plus for passes, जो हमने पहले भी डिस्कस किया था. नंबर ऑफ पासेस कितने होंगे, n माइनस 1. तो ये लूप जो चलेगा आपका n माइनस 1 तक चलेगा. ओके. एंड एवरी टाइम I value will be changed by this loop. Now inside this loop, every time we have to select an element and compare with its adjacent element. So for this purpose I required a new loop. Inside this loop j equal to 0 to j less than n minus I minus 1. तो जो मैंने पहले बताया था, हर पास के बाद एक नंबर ऑफ रिपीटिशन हम जो है रिड्यूस कर देंगे, तो n माइनस आई माइनस 1. ओके. j प्लस प्लस. सो एवरी टाइम j वैल्यू कहाँ से स्टार्ट होगी, बिगिनिंग से, और हम एडजेसेंट एलिमेंट j प्लस 1th एलिमेंट दैट विल बी द एडजेसेंट, उसको हम कंपेयर करते रहेंगे. राइट. सो करना क्या है, आपको स्वैपिंग करनी है, बट स्वैपिंग एक कंडीशन पर करनी है. क्या कंडीशन होगी आपकी, व्हाट विल बी द कंडीशन फॉर स्वैपिंग? इफ aj is greater than aj plus 1, it means my aj plus 1, it means adjacent is smaller than the selected element aj. So if this condition is true, then swap these two elements. So temp equal to aj equal to aj plus 1, aj plus 1 equal to temp. तो दोनों elements को हमने swap कर दिया by the use of temp variable. So just close this if condition, then j loop and then I loop, and then function is also over. Okay. So after this loop, after this function, now design a driver program, that is main function. So inside main function I have declared an array arr, right, and the size of this array is 100. आप according to requirement आप size कुछ भी ले सकते हैं. मैंने maximum 100 elements को short करने का ये logic बनाया है, that's why the size is 100. आप इसको अपने according adjust कर सकते हैं. And for number of elements which are going to be stored in this array arr, and I for looping purpose. So first of all I have input the number of elements, how many elements you are going to input. So scan up that n value. Now enter those elements from keyboard and stored in the array arr. Okay. So for this I equal to 0 to I less than n I plus plus, and use scanf inside this loop and stored element scanf %d end of arr at I, यानी कि एलिमेंट्स को हम कहाँ पे स्टोर करते रहेंगे, एरे arr की ith इंडेक्स के एड्रेस पर. I हमारा वेरी करता रहेगा, एक एक करके सारे एलिमेंट्स हमारे एरे में arr एरे में स्टोर्ड हो जाएंगे. ओके. नाउ after this I'm going to print this entered array. So एक loop चलाया हमने for I equal to 0 to I less than n I plus plus, and just print this array. So after printing this original array, now I'm going to call that function named is bubble sort, which will sort my array arr. Okay. So just write down bubble sort, function का नाम लिखेंगे bubble sort, और क्या सप्लाई करेंगे, arr, this is my array and n number of elements in that array. Okay. तो यहाँ पे मैंने array सप्लाई किया और number of elements सप्लाई किया. This is the technique जो हम पहले डिस्कस कर चुके हैं, passing array to function. Okay. तो यहाँ पे bubble sort हमने कॉल कर लिया, and bubble sort will take care all the swapping and all the sorting steps, and finally I will get the sorted array. So after this I will print the sorted array and start loop I equal to 0 to I less than n I plus plus, and just print the arr array. Then I will get the sorted array. Okay, so this is the program, and if we execute this program, then we will get output like this. Enter the number of elements, 7. Now enter the number the elements in the array. So suppose I have entered elements in this random order 5 7 8 1 3 6 2. Okay, once I have entered and press enter button, then I will get the original array. First entered array is this, and after that I will get the sorted array 1 2 3 5 6 7 8 and this. So this is all about bubble sort technique, and this is the important technique, so we have to carefully learn this technique. Thank you.